subordinate for years, and now look, you want to sit here and skirt around the law and throw the book at little new recruits straight out of the academy. I've barely been on the job for less than a year, right? And then all of a sudden
straightened you out and got you where you are now. But now you're headstrong. Now you're trying to pull a coup here.
Okay,
but you're not pulling it on this old fella. It ain't gonna happen.
A coup would mean there's a king, and you aren't the king. You're the sheriff, and
I'm the sheriff of this county. My God, that's the closest thing to a king there is. And you are jeopardizing your career.
My career. You're so close to retirement. What do you think about your pension? You gonna be able to touch your pension? I know you got kids. I know you got a wife. Even if you went through a divorce, she still needs alimony money. I know you still owe her. I know you're not as up and up as you think you are. I know your nose isn't totally clean. No, you wanted to throw the book at me? I'm gonna throw the book at you. Now get out of the car. I obviously don't have a way to get identification, but I know who you are, Sheriff, and we're gonna take this every letter of the law right through the mud like you wanted to do to me, right? You wanted to be disrespectful and not give me any grace? Well, here's your lack of grace, okay? Get your ass out of the car. We're doing this for real. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I get written up. I don't care if I get fired. You're going to deal with the same kind of shame that I dealt with getting drugged into that police station the way that you made me embarrassed for years. Treated like an insubordinate for years. I couldn't get promotions for years because of that blemish you put right out of the gate. Less than a year on the job. Yeah, exactly. Speechless. Get your ass out of the car. Now get out of the car. We're going to deal this the right way. I'm tired of you. I know exactly what I'm doing. Now you better get out of there. We're going to do cuffs. We're doing the whole damn thing, buddy. Turn around. Do you have any weapons on your person, Sheriff?
Of course I got weapons.
Okay, well turn around and you better identify what you've got. Now slowly, hands behind your back. Hands, left hand first. There we go. We're doing this. I told you.
Alright, chill. Put your hands behind your back.
In Columbus, Ohio, police are smashing the face of a 14-year-old boy.
Please don't do it. Alright, chill. Hands on your back. Oh, you hit my face.
The teenager is complying, but Officer Donovan Beaver keeps grabbing the kid's dreadlocks and slamming his head into the pavement.
I'm sorry.
A few minutes earlier, the teenager was part of a group of kids who crossed the street, yelled at the cops, "F the police," and then ran.
That's tight. That's tight.
Now, on top of an unlawful arrest,
I'm complying.
Officer Beaver is being abusive and rough.
I'm complying.
You move, I will break your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You understand me?
Yes, I understand. I'm bleeding. Oh, my face. Alright, stop. That's the torch. Alright, sorry. Alright, I won't do it again.
Yeah, make sure you don't have a gun, brother.
I don't got a gun. Heard it for what?
You're under arrest. We tell you stop, you don't get run.
It wasn't that serious, bro.
It is now.
Alright, it is now, bro. Dang, you didn't have to do my face like that.
You can shut down the 860s, we're fine.
Bro, y'all pick up my AirPods and my phone and my alright.
What's your name?
Bro, it's Adonis. Damn. Can I grab my AirPods?
I'll get them later.
Alright.
Hey, Wagon's back here.
Alright, chill, you don't have to do that. Alright.
Here, Officer Beaver is pulling the 14-year-old boy's hair while guiding him to the police cruiser.
Chill.
And once, I'm not letting you run away. I'm getting you to the cruiser safely. You understand?
Alright, bro. Alright.
Separate your feet. You have one chance to listen.
Alright.
Separate your feet. Why?
Alright. Bro, you didn't even put these on me right.
Failure to comply.
Alright.
You're under arrest.
Alright.
You get some gloves, because you're covered in blood. You got AIDS?
No.
Hey, look at me.
Bro.
If you spit or anything, I'm
Bro.
charging you with felony. You understand?
I'm not trying to spit. I got blood in my mouth. Bro.
Hey.
Alright,
no cussing.
Chill.
Separate your feet. Look at me like a man.
Chill. No, you just, bro, put your hands on me. Can y'all go grab my stuff?
We'll get your stuff. Just
got my phone, my air.
Focus on this for right now. Focus on this. Just listen to what he's saying, okay?
Anything on you, put me, stick me, arm me.
No. Damn, why you taking my, bro, like, bro, can you grab that?
Separate your feet.
Oh yeah, you're the son. You're your son. I'm my dad and your son. Look at you touching my boy.
Let me help you here, buddy. Let me get those cuffs on you, because you're...
Alright, bro, hold still. Look at how far.
That was a punch to the genitals.
Why don't doing this
Separate your feet.
like a yeah, next time I like oh, like, what are you on there for?
You ran? I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna find nothing on me.
I'm making sure you don't have a weapon on you.
You're not gonna find nothing on me. You're not gonna
We need to backtrack it off.
What's with that?
Bro, can I get switched to a different cruiser? I do not want to go with this. I don't trust this. Oh my god.
That's not how this works.
I do not trust him. What the f?
You unlock the thing, so you can put it in your back.
Yeah.
Bro, I do not trust you.
I'll help you in a second.
Bro, oh my gosh.
To the right of the playground.
What do you have to do this for? Like,
You ran from us.
alright, but you still don't have to.
I am a law enforcement
Alright, you don't
officer.
have to.
I think that way.
Hey, will you let me go? Yeah. Come here. That says police.
Yes,
Can you read?
yes.
I'm a Columbus police officer.
Yes.
When I stop you, you have to stop.
Alright.
You're now failing to comply.
Alright. Alright.
You are under arrest.
Alright.
You need to make it to Rapture on the tree. Okay.
Doc, are you working with $1 million in the market right now? What? Have you ever heard of a drug called Benadryl?
No.
So why don't I just send you out the information you requested about the firm?
No, wait, forget the info.
Let's talk about this now. Hold on a second, okay? 1 second.
So my associate tells me you're interested in one of our stocks.
Well, I still have to run it by my team.
That's great, Doc, if you want to miss yet another opportunity here and watch your colleagues get rich doing clinical trials, then don't buy a share and hang up the phone.
Well, hold on a second now. I didn't say that.
This stock is blowing up right now. The whole firm's going nuts. Hold on, let me open up the door to my office. Now I have 1 million calls to make to 1 million other doctors who are already in the know. I can't walk you through this right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's do this.
Now, since you're a new account, I cannot go any higher than 2,000 shares. I'm sorry.
2,000? That is way beyond what I was thinking. 2,000? Jesus! Listen, I'm curious. Why can't you sell me any more than that?
How do you sail the seas safely in 2025?
Alright.
Number 1 definitely has to be Fit Girl repacks. This site is completely safe and it's literally goated. Number 2 is Steam Rip. This site is also pretty goated and it has everything you need. And your third option is Game 3 RV. This one has tons of online games, but don't download the ads.
Requesting recon flyover. You're losing ground. Moving.
If this appeared in Fortnite tomorrow, no one would question it. In Impidimp, look at this guy. You can't tell me this isn't a Dragon Quest character. I know Gen 1 copied off Dragon Quest, but this is just blatant. The strange thing about these designs that clearly don't fit in is they're eerily similar to the beta designs leaked previously. You know, before they said it'd take months to make one single Pokemon, and now I believe it, to go over it many times to make sure it fits with everything else and it looks good. Because if you look at the beta designs, they are shitty in the exact same ways as the modern designs. That is, except for Scarlet and Violet. Because Scarlet and Violet has adopted a new problem. Pokemon are clearly designed to be easy to 3D model. I think originally, one of Pokemon's greatest strengths is that they were easy to draw. Now, the designs are easy to 3D model. Just look at Spidops. It's just a bunch of cylinders. Look at the Dunsparce, a bunch of spheres stuck together. Fido, another Pokemon that's just a bunch of spheres. I could 3D model this in 15 seconds. It's ridiculous. Just look at the Pokédex of Scarlet and Violet. Nearly every Pokemon is made up entirely of spheres and cylinders. The easiest things to do in a 3D modeling program. And it has clearly affected the quality. Scarlet and Violet might be the first games that I could not find a team of 6 of just new Pokemon. They look so fucking bad. I've always thought it was just a lack of time, that they want to make as much money as possible, release as many games as possible, and they don't have enough time to have high quality designs, but it's just not true. If you have time to make a AAA game that has nothing to do with Pokemon, the most valuable IP on the planet, and it won't be worth it. None of these shitty one-off games have been worth the opportunity cost of working on Pokemon. And the worst part is, the bad designs barely matter when the game looks like shit. I think everyone's brought up the tree before. It's just so descriptive with a single image. Because a tree, everyone's seen a tree before. It's in literally every game, and this is the worst one I think I've ever seen, including Nintendo 64 games. And this whole time they had the skill. They could make a tree that looks perfect. They just choose not to. And that's just the graphics. The gameplay hasn't fared much better. Sword and Shield was the first Pokemon game I could not complete. I ended up going back to it just for the DLC, but God, it's incredible how boring that game is. Pokemon used to be an adventure. Sword and Shield is a series of hallways. You literally could not get lost if you tried. You walk straight from point A, the start of the game, to point B, the very end of the game, and you never have to turn. It is horrible, except for the few open areas that basically don't matter at all and you can completely ignore. And I think they realized just how bad it was, that maybe this was just a little too lazy, because in the next games, they ignore level design, and it's the better for it. They're much better games, despite having no level design at all. It's just one big open area. And this time, you make the adventure for yourself, because they couldn't be bothered to make the adventure for you. And again, the game is better for it. I like Scarlet and Violet. God, that is pathetic. Those games are certainly more fun than Sword and Shield. But they're not more stable. God, they're the buggiest Pokemon game ever released. They're some of the buggiest games released that are AAA. The only one who could probably beat them is Bethesda, games known specifically for being buggy, and it couldn't have been a lack of time. We know that. Couldn't have been a lack of talent. We know that. So it's intentional. It's a mallet.
Bruh, I can't make this shit up. One of my followers by the name of Puritonic slid in my DMs claiming that he got footage of a UFO that he seen down there in Edmond, Oklahoma. He said mad niggas done seen this shit and it made the news. So I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, send me the footage ASAP. You know how I go when it comes to a UFO? So bam, he sent me the video. And it started off with him just posted in his car, just parking lot pimping, you know? And then out of nowhere, he noticed something with some big ass headlights just mobbing through the sky. But I noticed that so-called glare on the phone just popped up about a second after the lights came on, which was weird as fuck. So he zoomed in to get a better look, and when he panned out, I noticed that the color of the glare slightly changed colors to a greenish tint. And after that, he started to notice the glare too. He like, bro, what the fuck? Get the fuck off my screen so I can get this footage. So as I'm looking at my left, I see his twin doing the dash in a 2025 ET Tesla going eastbound. I'm talking all gas, no brakes. And then out of the boondocks, found them driving the Star Trek Cadillac like, I usually don't do this, but fuck it, open the portal. And then out of nowhere, he shot some shit out the front of this bitch that looked like a cosmic fart. And now we both like, hell to the fuck no. They just casually cracking portals like cashews. And oh yeah, them dots in the air ain't no goddamn glare, because they went from scattered out to forming a goddamn square. Bitch, I know you see that square. Yeah. And if you watch the news clip, the motherfucking locals got the same damn glare on their phone. And I don't even know why I'm so surprised, because I seen this exact same shit down in Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas, 2023. On my mama. It was a whole flying saucer. so that was cracking portals in the sky. But when I went to go do some G-search on it, they gave us a fabricated ass, cap ass story talking about it was the SpaceX launch. But I ain't never seen no motherfucking rocket ship that floating midair while it's opening the portal in a public neighborhood. Fuck out of here, nigga, we ain't stupid. And then they had the audacity to tell the residents of Oklahoma the exact same cap-ass story they told us, that a SpaceX launch came from Florida. But they news broadcasters weren't going for that dumb shit. They was like, hell no, that's 100% cap. Because if it came from Florida, it would have came from the east. This big motherfucker came from the south. So guess what I did? I got on my meteorologist shit real quick and got on Google Earth and did a little bit of G-search. So I turned the cloud coverage on. I lined up Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas, right along with Edmond, Oklahoma. And if you notice, that even on a random ass day, the clouds always come from the south. But if you look real close at these clouds, they just pop the fuck up out of nowhere. And if your third eye open, you'll notice these big ass circle clouds that's just casually following behind the clouds. And they just so happen to be taking the exact same route that I was just talking about, from Dallas to Edmond. And when they get ready to slide, they always use this cloud cloaking technology that just make them blend into the clouds. And peep this weird ass shit down here in Mexico. Some random ass clouds just pop out the middle of a hurricane, and instead of going north like the rest of them, this bitch say, fuck that, I'm going south. When did clouds start doing that shit? The answer is never, nigga. That's because it ain't no goddamn cloud. And it ain't no motherfucking SpaceX launch, nigga. We ain't stupid. So without further ado, I bring to you the newest member of the G-Search Mafia, Pure Tonic. You earned a follow from me, my nigga.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This gender reveal is about to end in tears. After the father-to-be picks the worst possible time for this conversation.
Are you joking?
Does it look like I'm joking?
I'm joking.
I'm not joking. Why would I joke at a time like this?
Something wasn't adding up with the timeline of her pregnancy.
You know, why would I joke about something important like this? So, yeah.
What's happened?
It's alright.
We've been together for 5 years.
She's thrown away 5 years of their relationship, and he's exposing the truth in front of her whole family.
Well, like 9 months ago, we weren't sleeping together, so the baby isn't mine. I worked it out. I was working out in my head today and I thought, this baby can't be mine.
I'm so sorry about this.
It's been eating away at me for the last 2 or 3 months, so I'm sorry to...
Can we have this conversation in private?
He clearly wanted her to feel the impact this has had on him, but is he in the wrong for doing it this way?
It's been eating away at me, sorry, but it's been eating away at me, so I'd rather have it now.
Well, what do you want to know? What do you want to have it out now? Like, so literally having a boy together. I've only been with you.
So the pressure's building up, but I just wanted to say, because I don't want to go any further.
John,
this little
I think this conversation needs to stop. Sorry, okay? Hey, I mean, but it's still expected. No, I didn't expect it either.
He's got his perfect revenge, but at what cost?
As well, I guess some people's praise, but it's getting at me. The last few months, this has been getting at me, and it's all come to a head. I know.
This is supposed to be like that.
Well, I'm a serious guy, so you know. I like the time. I get it by time, but I do like the.
I've already been with you. There was no one else.
Well, no,
why would you say that?
Because
if you want a paternity test, we can do it. I just don't. John, you shouldn't have
This is the Jerry Springer show, so you know.
You made it into the Jerry Springer show.
John, do you know what? I think you should just leave, okay?
I can't leave. This is my house. I can't leave your house.
Just go for a walk while we sort Zara out.
Yeah, you just need to get some space for a bit.
Look, how are you doing?
It's okay. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. It's just like, you know.
I'm sorry, but you didn't need to do it here.
Shall I go and come back later?
I think you should. John. I think you should just leave.
Hi. What would you do if I was on your plane and I turned to you and I put on my hat and I said, are you gonna kick that nigga bitch off the plane, or am I gonna have to do it?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Goodbye, college. Hello, heart.
Yo, what is this kid doing?
Why is he wearing a mask?
What the hell? Nurse, he's awake again. Who even is that? Of course, it's Michael.
What is he on?
What is that number? It's my body count. Piss me off if you want to add more to it. He's got a weapon.
Security!
Michael, please report to the principal's office. Step in, Michael. It's not Michael. It's Dexter Morgan. Son, is this you? Posing with a needle? Caption, tonight's the night? What the? Also, this photo of a trash bag titled, My First Blood. How'd you find those images? You posted it all over social media. I can't help it. I was born to be a psychopathic manipulator. It's in my blood. I was made to take people out. Michael, Dexter does not go after innocent people. I've watched the show. He doesn't? No. Didn't you watch it? I only watched like 2 episodes. Michael, we take this stuff very seriously. That's not my name. Say my name. What? Say it. Dexter Morgan. You're goddamn right. Wrong show, Michael. That's it. You're going on the list. So now we're threatening people. Yeah, come escort this kid into a juvenile detention center. No, I can't get caught yet. My plan is just starting. He's going out the window. Next student, please. Darwin? I don't go by that name. Hannibal Lecter? Now that's more like it. What is wrong with these kids?
From the studio that brought you Inside Out.
Smile, little ones. It's a beautiful day for history.
We have to get out tonight. If he sees us,
I'll be waiting. God.
I focus on
You're
policy.
so rich. You get to be above it.
It's nothing to do with wealth. It's policy, policy, policy. Never seen it to be Air Force. Who cares about the plane? Leaves the office. Abby, you have to distance yourself from Trump derangement syndrome. It's irrelevant to policy. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
What matters is why are all
Clinton Jaws, I love watching Democrats try to debate Republicans. I don't want to ruin it for you, but Kevin O'Leary, Scott Jennings, they dismantle this panel. It is so good. It's one of the best episodes I've seen because I got enjoyment out of it. Let's watch. Guys, will you do me a favor and like this video? It's the only thing I care about. Your likes. Then it makes the video go crazy. I just want to point this out because it grossed me out. You see this lady here, this little mama here? She's about to take a sip of her coffee. My pet peeve, listen to this. It actually makes me angry.
Between 2023 and 2024, who came away,
You can't control your gulping. It's disgusting. That drives me up the wall. It's my pet peeve. Could you imagine sitting around the kitchen table with her? I just wanted to point that out.
who came away.
So gross. Okay, this is how it starts. Kevin O'Leary. They're talking about Biden. They're talking about Biden and his downfall, his dementia that we all knew that he had back in 2020. But for some reason, the liberals, they're just figuring it out now. And they're writing books about it. Oh, we didn't know.
This poor man was broken. And look what happened to the country, and look at how he's being beaten up. It's almost immoral what we're doing to him now to sell books. I was there at the White House dinner watching this. The same reporters who didn't report on him are profiting from his decline.
Which dinner?
It's outrageous what they're doing.
Which dinner, by the way?
White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh, you're talking about
I was
just a few weeks ago.
Actually,
I
think we have an agreement.
But the idea that we did not know about this for the years leading up to the presidential campaign, we all saw it with our own eyes.
No, we didn't.
Video after video, speech after speech, statement after statement. The Her report. The fact that we have people saying today, oh, I didn't know. We had no idea, is outrageous. That's number one. Number two, the cover-up is outrageous. And number three, people were arguing with a straight face that this man could serve 4 more years. If he were in office today, if he had somehow won and were in office today, you'd have the same people on TV today saying, he's fine. Behind closed doors, he's fine, and you know it.
And I want to tell you guys something. I don't think I've ever heard O'Leary scream. Well, it wasn't screaming. He gets really excited here. And Jennings says the funniest thing I've ever heard him say. So after hearing all that, Abby defends Biden. Biden was fine. He didn't make any mistakes.
We are still waiting for anyone to point out where Joe Biden.
What the fuck am I looking at right now? I'm looking at an absolute fucking disgrace to fucking humanity. Holy shit. Subnautica, $224 fucking dollars.
75% off.
Fucking despicable. MOB the show. Now this is really fucking disgusting. 60% off.
$796. Fuck you.
Lego Batman 2. Xbox 360. 80% off. For
$120
$4.
7 bullets were stacked inside a sliding metal block called a harmonica, and when the trigger was pulled, the hammer struck the percussion cap, firing the first bullet. The shooter then slid the block sideways, aligning the next chamber with the barrel. He could fire again and again by sliding, cocking, and pulling the trigger, but if the block wasn't lined up perfectly, the bullet could hit the frame, causing an explosion in the shooter's hands. This is a sleeve gun, a special weapon developed by MI6 spies. To fire it, they first unlock the chamber and load a single bullet. Once the chamber was locked back in, the gun was hidden under the sleeve of a coat, and the trigger was connected to a small thumb button. So in a moment of danger, the spy could press the button, causing the gun to slide out from the sleeve and fire a deadly bullet. A single bullet pistol was hidden inside a hollowed out Bible, with the trigger connected to the bookmark. These Bibles were then given to British spies during undercover operations for self-defense. And if a spy was in danger, he simply pulled the silk bookmark, which triggered the pistol and fired a bullet from the Bible's edge.
Surely you unlock those in the big open world. You can, if you want to. All you have to do is drive into it as a character, then switch characters, and drive back into the same thing about 20 times with every single character that has that costume. Because not even every character has a costume. Wow, that was fun. Totally worth having.
Okay, but I have a question. If we broke up today, what would you do?
We'll go with that bullshit.
Can you just answer the question? If we broke up today, what would you do?
I'm going back to my ex.
Nah, that ain't what you just said.
What?
What the hell you mean? If we broke up today, what would you do?
I just told you, I'm gonna go back to my ex.
What the fuck you mean you want back to your ex? Man, don't make me knock that shit out your hand. What do you mean you going back to your ex?
I love her. I still love her.
Since the when?
Since I ever met her. I know.
Stop playing.
I ain't never stopped loving her. What the fuck you want me to do?
Why you don't just go back now? That's a question.
I can't.
Why?
She got a nigga. Do you not know how she changed me? She helped change my life.
No, I don't. Because your life wasn't shit when I met you. So what you mean she helped you change your life? What the f was it before that?
And that's why I'm going back to my ex.
Why?
Because of shit like that.
Why do you want to go back to your ex?
She got good and she got some fight. Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
I know you fucking lying. Now I'm gonna ask you again. If we broke up, what would you do? And you better.
To my ex, she fine as f. She thick. She brown skin, dark skin shit. She fine as f. Who the f wouldn't go back to my ex? My ex finds a motherfucker, and you know it. And my baby.
So why you just don't go now? That makes no sense. Like, I'm not understanding.
You know why it don't make no damn sense?
It makes no damn sense.
Because you're not using your brain.
How? How I'm not using my brain? It's my question.
If we break up,
yes.
Who is my ex?
It's my question.
If we break up, no, you just had all that goddamn air in your chest. If we break up, who the fuck is my ex?
Me.
So who the fuck you think I'm going back to?
The Lord. Don't try to twist my question around.
I ain't twisting shit. I answered the question. You just so toxic. You thought I was talking about another ex.
I'm toxic because I asked the question.
Bro, now it's my fault.
Yes, because you
I got time for this shit. Get out my
Get on my nerves. Why you didn't just say that in the first place?
Because they hate the player and they hate the game they're making. In fact, half of the things that make these games bad, they do on purpose just to fuck the player over. Just look at Dexit, in which they intentionally left out a bunch of Pokemon, in which they made the excuse that they just couldn't do it because it's too many designs, and we're making updated animations that all look like dog shit. They look worse than a Nintendo 64 game. And what people don't realize, who are like, I don't get it, who cares about Dexit? Because I'm one of those people. I only use the new Pokemon in each game. I don't like using the old ones anyway. But if you think about it from what Pokemon stands for, Pokemon are supposed to be your friends. So what you're sacrificing when you keep these Pokemon out is you're getting rid of your friends that you've made. And is it really worth it to sacrifice a friends for animations that look like dog shit, to play a game that looks like dog shit? We know you're fucking lying to us. And to be honest, in Sword and Shield, Dexit didn't really matter. Those games were dog shit, you shouldn't have been playing them anyway. But open world games have a very common problem with a lack of enemy variety, because you need a lot of enemies to fill a giant open world. Pokemon already has so many. It has thousands of designs. You wouldn't have to make any new ones, and you could fill the entire world. Yet somehow, Scarlet and Violet has a huge Pokemon variety problem. Every area feels the same because they're reusing the same Pokemon, which is psychotic. When they didn't update the animations, they still look like dog shit. They didn't update the models, they still look like dog shit. So why not just flood the whole fucking game with Pokemon? Well, it's so they could sell it to you, again, for DLC. Wow, thank you, Game Freak. You really care about these games. Oh, but what about the good games? You're not talking about the good game. You know, the one that everyone likes. Legends Arceus. I'll be honest, I didn't like it that much. Didn't even finish it. Don't really care, because I think it misses the point. The point of Pokemon is the Pokemon are your friends. They are pets. It's like your dog. Look, it even looks like a fucking dog. It's your friend. I don't want to catch 900 of the same guy. I can't make friends with 1,000 guys. You aren't making friends with 1,000 guys. What you do is you catch them and then you completely ignore them forever. Pokemon Go fucking destroyed Pokemon as a concept. Because now, Pokemon aren't your friends, they're not your pet, it's a tool or a collectible. You literally grind your excess friends into candy, which is obviously soulless. And do I even have to talk about the story? Can we just ignore story? I'm gonna be honest, Pokemon story has never been good, so I don't really care that it's gotten worse. People say Black and White story is the best one. I believe you. Maybe it's true. I don't really remember. Speaking of Black and White, I think that's the last time Pokemon tried. I think Black and White is the reason why we have shit games now, because they were probably the highest effort Pokemon games by a mile. People say it's the best story. It had the most new Pokemon. It had the best graphics, which is hilarious because they're 2D games. But it was the worst selling Pokemon games. The games with the most effort were the worst selling. And you know, I'm not even saying they're the best. I still think Gen 3 are the best games, but Black and White definitely have the most effort put into them, and it didn't contribute to sales. So no wonder they don't try anymore. No wonder they fucking hate you, because when they try, they don't succeed. That's why they do things, not just out of laziness, but to actively piss the player off. They want to make you mad.
This morning, the Supreme Court has delivered a monumental victory for the Constitution, the separation of powers, and the rule of law. In striking down the excessive use of nationwide injunctions to interfere with the normal functioning of the executive branch, the Supreme Court has stopped the presidency itself. That's what they've done. And really, it's been an amazing period of time, this last hour. There are people elated all over the country. I've seen such happiness and spirit. Sometimes you don't see that, but this case is very important. I was elected on a historic mandate, but in recent months we've seen a handful of radical left judges effectively try to overrule the rightful powers of the president to stop the American people from getting the policies that they voted for in record numbers. It was a grave threat to democracy, frankly, and instead of merely ruling on the immediate cases before them, these judges have attempted to dictate the law for the entire nation. In practice, this meant that if any one of the nearly 700 federal judges disagreed with the policy of a duly elected president of the United States, he or she could block that policy from going into effect or at least delay it for many years, tie it up in the court system. This was a colossal abuse of power which never occurred in American history prior to recent decades. And we've been hit with more nationwide injunctions than were issued in the entire 20th century together. Think of it, more than the entire 20th century, me. I'm grateful to the Supreme Court for stepping in and solving this very, very big and complex problem, and they've made it very simple. I want to thank Justice Barrett, who wrote the opinion brilliantly, as well as Chief Justice Roberts, and Justices Alito, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Thomas. Great people. Thanks for this decision, and thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. This was, in fact, it was the same date, the exact same date, the end of the Civil War. It was meant for the babies of slaves, and it's so clean and so obvious. But this lets us go there and finally win that case, because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country. under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with these numerous policies and those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship, ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary funding, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities of the American people. We have so many of them. I have a whole list. I'm not going to bore you, and I'm going to have Pam get up and say a few words, but there's really, she could talk as long as she wants because this is a very important decision. This is a decision that covers a tremendous amount of territory. But I want to just thank again the Supreme Court for this ruling. It's a giant. It's a giant. And they should be very proud, and our country should be very proud of the Supreme Court today.
Pray for Kai Cenat because he just did a wheel spin for a chance to come and play Mafia with him, and well, Cuffham gifted over $20,000 worth of subs. And well, he got picked, and this was Kai's reaction.
Unimaginable, God. Lord Jesus, my Savior. Jesus, my Savior, you work in ways unimaginable, God. Lord, Jesus, my Savior, you work in ways unimaginable, Lord. Lord, you work in ways unimaginable, Lord. Lord, you work in ways unimaginable that I would not be able to understand, Lord. Lord, you would never let me down, Lord. Holy Father!
Tonight after Milwaukee police say an off-duty officer shot and killed an armed man after a crash and shootout.
We know there's video of the incident. Chief Jeffrey Norman confirmed that. We don't know where it comes from and what it shows. Stephanie Quirk is here in studio. I know you've been digging into this, Steph.
Yeah, Ben, Kim, this happened on Mill Road between 47th and 49th. Now that's a residential area with homes and some businesses nearby, like a bowling alley and a daycare. I actually spent the afternoon going door to door looking for people who may have seen what happened or caught it on video. I didn't find that, but I did talk to one man who says bullets hit his home.
Why did you kill him? Why did you shoot him?
Questions remain unanswered Thursday night after Milwaukee police say an early morning fender bender involving one of their own ended in gunfire. Police say an off-duty officer was headed to work when a 26-year-old man rear-ended his car on Mill Road near 49th. They say both men got out and things escalated. Police say the 26-year-old was shot and died at the scene. Family identified him as Elijah Wilkes. Some family and neighbors say police's description of what happened doesn't tell the full story.
Not the truth at all. It's not the truth at all. They're not telling the truth. That story they posted is not the truth. Quiet.
How the hell she know? Maybe she's psychic.
Not the truth at all. It's not the truth at all. Nobody got pissed through it.
I mean, does she look like a credible person?
Whatever injuries he had.
What do you mean by that?
Whatever injuries that they have, it did not come from Elijah. They were already so many feet away from each other.
Give me a reaction to hearing that you lost.
It sounded like another situation from what I've been hearing of black men being killed, being shot too many times. I heard that his hands was up. It was a young lady who was here earlier, said she witnessed it, and she was a nurse and she tried to help him, and she was told by the officer to leave him alone.
I think these people willingly just lie. Either that or they get like a bit of information and based